I was asking about 1D, 2D, 3D.
Yes.
When you have something like this,
How did you come to this place, sir?
okay, it's a whiteboard. That's whiteboard. It's for illustration.
Okay.
And this is not part of Excel. This is a Zoom function. It's not
Oh, okay.
really present. It's in Zoom. Yeah, it's whiteboard. Once you click whiteboard, it will show this. Okay, so I just want to illustrate something. So let me ask now. So let's look at all this. Just tell me which one is which one is 1D, 2D, and which one is 3D?
The horizontal line is the line is 1D.
Okay, so let's look at them one by one. All right, so let's start with this one. Is this 1D, 2D, or 3D?
That one is 1D.
What about this?
A 1D.
What about this?
That's 2D.
2D. What about this?
3D.
This one,
And 3D.
this one.
1D.
Let me add something to it so we can tie it up. Okay, let's just keep it simple to avoid spending too much time on this. Okay. Um, you see, this one you are seeing now. This is 1D. This is 2D, 1D, 1D, 2D, 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 3D. This one, this whole thing here, this is 3D. Notice like
What?
a drum sort of.
Yeah.
You see, lines are 1D. This is
Okay.
still a line, even though it's curved like this, still a line.
Yeah.
So anything that has two dimensions like this is 2D. Such as like an Excel worksheet is 2D, but it has two dimensions, rows and columns.
Cool. Okay.
Anything that has three dimensions is um, is 3D. Let me give a simpler example of 3D. Something like a box is 3D.
Okay.
Something like a box is 3D. Okay. You know, this is still 3D.
Okay.
Okay. Why? Because it has length
Yeah.
times breadth, to length, breadth, and height. That's three
Mm.
dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's go back. So when we are talking of these two, relative referencing, absolute referencing, the examples we looked at, we
Yeah.
operated in 2D. Why? Why did I say it's 2D?
It's
Because
rows and column.
yes, we only reference the rows and columns on a particular sheet. But if you now have to make reference to another sheet, it will then be taken as a 3D reference. Okay. So let's assume, for example, let me go to another sheet now. Let me create another sheet. Meanwhile, you can move sheets around. Now, let's say, let me expand it. Let's say here, we now want to find the average scores of students. average score. Okay. So let's say now we want to get the average scores of all these students. These are their registration numbers.
Yeah.
So we want the average score to be here. But now we want to pick their, how do we compute the average score for each student? We have to use these figures, right? Divided by 2, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. For sum everything of divided by 2.
Yes. We already have the sum here. We're going to pick this sum and divide by 2. So we just say equals um, equals we are picking this sum. Hope you saw what I did.
I don't know how you select it.
Okay,
Oh.
let me do it again. I type equal to here, right?
Yeah.
Then I went to the sheet I want to pick it from. I clicked on this sheet 3.
Yeah.
You could actually type it, sheet 3. Then you type this, and then you enter the figure, whatever it is. But the simplest way is just type equals. You go to the sheet, click on sheet 3, click on the number, the first total there. Okay?
Okay.
Divide, click slash what? 2. Enter. Copy down. See what it gave to us. Look at it. Equals sheet 3, exclamation mark, followed
Yeah.
by the address. The address on that cell is 09. Look at it.
Yeah.
That total is on 09. 09. This cell is cell 09. Okay?
Yeah.
So equals sheet 3. That's the 09 is on sheet 3. Followed by exclamation mark, the address of the cell, and divided by 2. That's what gives us this. Of course, to get the other figures, you already know what to do.
Okay.
You just copy the formula. Just copy the formula down. We can verify if our answer is correct. Let's look at this. Let's use this one to verify. 10002. Let's go and check. It's 140 here, divided by 2. Divided by 2 is what? 70.
7.
So they are correct.
Yes.
So this is 3D referencing. So in 3D referencing, you specify the name of the sheet where you want to pick the figure from, followed by exclamation mark, then followed by the address of the cell where you are picking the figure from.
Divided by 2.
Yeah, in this case, we are looking for average, so divided by 2. We could have, let's use another method to get the same average. This time around, I want us to pick these numbers individually. Instead of using this one, let's use these two numbers to find the average. Okay? So let's see. Equals, you go there, pick the first one.
Yeah.
Make it easy. You can just, after you can just click inside this formula cell, what do you call it? Formula bar. That should actually be brackets open first, plus you click the second cell, you close your brackets, slash what? Slash 2. Enter. Why is it giving a different figure? Okay. Hope you know why. We cannot do that because except we want to add this bonus. Remember there's bonus
Oh,
here.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not going to work. Except we have to add the bonus. Okay. All right, we can do that. Just plus you click on that and you click in here. You make that you don't forget to make this one an absolute reference. So you see that you get exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So that is the 3D referencing.
Okay.
So now let's see how to organize data. Okay.
It's
How to,
organization.
yes, how to organize data. Okay. You know, in statistics, what do we do really? In statistics, one, we do where statistics involve collection of data collection. What else? Collect data. We do presentation of data. Hope I'm still audible to you. Am I audible? Can you hear me? I was saying statistics usually involve collection of data. What else? You do presentation of data. What else do you do? You do analysis of data. And what else? Interpretation of data. Okay, so these are basically the things involved, okay, in statistics, which is the foundation of analytics, okay. We do the collection of data. That's why we are going to talk about sampling. We are going to talk about sampling of data, okay. Sampling.
Yeah.
We'll talk about sampling theory. We'll do that. Then we'll talk about presentation of data. We talk about analysis, and then we'll talk about interpretation. Now, after the data is collected, there's need to organize the data. There's need to organize the data. Okay. If you don't organize the data, you may not be able to do much with that data. So you have to organize it. So in organizing data, what do we do in organizing data? What does data organization entail? Under data organization, there are different things we do. Okay. After collecting data, you can organize the data in the form of tables and all that. And of course, you may want to do some sorting.
Yeah.
Okay. You may want to do some filtering of the data. You want to do some filtering of the data.
As such, if I may ask, collection of data, is this the same thing as mining of data?
No, no. Mining of data, data mining talks about that's analysis itself. Analytics is the data mining now.
Okay.
We are talking about data mining. You are talking of trying to get insights from data. And that happens after your analysis and interpretation. You are able to, you understand?
Yeah.
The whole process leads to what they call data mining. Data mining has to do with investigating data to get very useful information, intuitive information from the data. Trying to get the patterns, discover patterns within the data to mine, how do they call it mining? Mining, you are trying to get insights from the data. Okay, so that is it. Data collection is just about, we'll talk about it as a topic, so don't worry.
Right.
Yeah, but right now we are talking about working with Excel to prepare the data for analysis. That's what we are looking at now.
Okay.
Okay, so we could sort the data, we could filter the data. Of course, the other things like grouping the data and all that. As we get along, we'll talk about grouped data and ungrouped data. Okay, but for now, today, I want us to look at, for the time we have, I want us to look at sorting and filtering of data, which are common tasks that you carry out with Excel. Okay. So now let's say we are using this data set now. We have a serial number, the columns are serial number, registration number, score, remark, grade, major, campus. Okay. Now, our goal is to sort this data. Now, if we are to sort this data, which of these columns do you think we are most likely to want to use to sort the data?
The score.
What?
The score.
The score.
Yeah.
The score, the score, the score, the score. Okay, sometimes, yes, you may want to do that. Sometimes you may want to do that, yes. Which other column do you think is the most degrades? Yeah. Now, which columns do you think, if somebody is, apart from registration number, which columns do you think that if we sort by that column, it will be easier to locate a particular person's information? Which of the columns do you think will make it easy to trace and locate somebody's data or information? That's a student's record.
You can see according to their major.
Their major. Okay. Notice that the campus, you can see the score, the campus is a mixture of Ugbo and the campus.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I think the first thing the person wants to know is focus on the campus.
Okay.
Okay. Because a mixture.
Yeah.
You may want to solve by campus, and then you may want to solve by major within the each campus.
Yeah.
You get it now?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Although name is not here anyway, if name were here, yeah, we won't solve by name, but that will act as an additional guide for somebody to locate this information. So now, anyway, let's sort. We are going to sort by campus, by major, and by remark to separate the passes and the failed. Those are passed from those that failed. Then the grades, then the score. Okay. So that order is significant. You know, as a data analyst, you should be able to observe data and know the kind of operations to carry out on the data. Now, to sort, first of all, just ensure that your cell pointer is within the range of the data you want to sort. Then you go to the data tab, click the data tab, click on sort. Click on sort. Of course, that dialog box opens up. Sort by what? We are going to sort by campus.
Okay, so how come campus is there? Is it you that imputed it or is already programmed?
Yeah?
Why you were sort by? How
Yes.
come campus is among the
Yes, on the list. All the columns are there.
okay, according to the columns.
Yes, yes, all the columns are there. So I'm choosing campus, sort on value. Okay, of course, that's the normal thing. A to Z. I want Ugbo and Kewa. Which one should come first? Let Ugbo come first. Let's say Z to A. Okay, so that solves the campus in descending order. You can see it has now been organized into the campuses. So you have Ugbo up, you have a Kewa campus down, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to sort further. We are doing a multi-level sorting. Okay.
Okay, multi-level sorting.
Yes, that's what we call this.
Okay.
Okay, which means we are not sorting by only one column, we are sorting by multiple columns. Click on
Yeah.
add level, then sort by. We choose another column here. We are going to choose major this time. Values. This one can be A to Z means ascending order. Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. So we have all the hardware major put together. That's on the Akinwa campus. We have the network. Those that have networking as their major put together in one place. You have the software. These are all the Bowo campus. Before it then starts with Akinwa campus hardware, Akinwa campus networking, and so on. Are you seeing the way it's organizing it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are trying to organize data here.
Yeah.
So because when data is
So
organized,
under organization of data, we're trying to sort, right?
yes, we are trying to sort. Sorting is one way, one of the ways in which you organize data.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, which one did I say we are going to do next? Whether
So
the person passed or failed. Remark.
yeah.
Okay, so go there. We do sort. Add level. This one now, I want to move it down. So I click here. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So remark.